country, man. That's awesome. It's great. It's great to be here, man. My name is James Junes. I got 4 clans. I'm Hopi and Navajo. So there's an internal conflict going on inside of me right now. Some days it's Hopi, some days it's Navajo, man. And it's cool, man. I come from the Southwest. I come from a place called Farmington, New Mexico. Anybody ever been there? Man, I know that what you're thinking right now. Why do you live in such a racist town? I know I hate everybody that's there. And it's good, man. It's good because, man, I've been married. I've been married 15 years, which is good.
Yeah.
Man, that's like a golf clap right there. And I do it in native country, right? Man, we're just friends. We do stuff backwards in native country. We can have kids, then get married. We test drive, then have it repoed. You already spend your Cobell check before you even get the check, right? Oh, man. And only in native country we would talk about you in front of you, behind your back, right? Only in native country we would do that. When you walk into the gym, we'll hold up a hand. Look at this, them over there on that side. They just walked in. Do you see them? Look at them. They're over there. I like the hip one. Have you seen the hip one? Look at them. They just walked in over there on that side. Not them over there, but them over there. And we'll keep following you too, right? Look at them going around behind me over here on the side. They're standing right over there. Oh, man. But it's great though, man. It's great to, to be in a relationship. And the cool thing about it is, Ernie was saying that we're domestic violence free, and I've been sober for 18 years too, which is good. But as you can see, some old habits die hard. Remember when he used to drink, man, and the men are really talented, especially native men, man. They'll drink and pee at the same time. Man, not even hold it, dude. Just like, cigarettes still over here on the side. Man, so I used to party way back in the day, man. So we always have comedy with that type of message, right? No matter where we go. I've been, sober for 18 years, but we've been doing comedy for 13 years. We went all over the place. We're going to Seattle, we're going to Montana, and then Ernie and I are flying out to Brown University in New York, which is pretty cool, man, because, and we always like to encourage native, not just young and old, not just because you think that other people will do it. We always say that you guys can do it too. No matter what it is, it doesn't have to be comedy. It can be sports, it can be writing, it can be education. Education is the key. My mom, she was a boarding school teacher, BIA. Oh, man. Sit there and take a whiff. Doesn't this building smell like BIA boarding school? Oh, man. Your head just wants to be shaved and you just want your ear to be pulled, right? Remember, like, your mama used to discipline you from clear across the gym, just stand there, and her facial expressions was just discipline enough. Right? She would stand there like this. And you knew she was getting mad. She would bite down on her teeth, right? And her lip will still move at the same time. You better get weird. Boy, you knew your mom was mad when she grabbed you by the hand and dragged you out and lifted your arm and spanked your behind. That's why we make good saddleback riders, man, when we grow up. We're good at dancing when we grow up, man. It's like this. Oh, man, but it's great, man. It's great to be native. You're the original. You don't have to copy anybody. You don't gotta copy anybody that's out there, and you know what's really just kind of jacked this up is the whole social networking thing. Like Facebook. Hey. Facebook is the other F word. And I've seen some of y'all's profile pictures on Facebook too. Just holding your phone and standing in front of the mirror like this. And then you try to make yourself look skinnier, so you take the picture from the top. Right? We don't need to buy into that stuff. We are the original. You gotta realize that you are a Native American. You don't gotta copy anybody, and you gotta act like anybody. You don't gotta carry a gun to school, and you don't gotta shoot nobody, because you know what? We're all brothers and sisters. Deep down inside, we all gotta realize that we've gotta help each other out. And you know, this whole thing, you know, it's coming at you from the news. Oh man, bad news, bad news. You get on Facebook, it's always bad news, bad news. And this thing, man, this thing has led me astray. This smartphone will make you do dumb things. And it's all touchscreen technology, right? So when I'm going into the casino, it looks like I'm blessing the casino when I'm going in. Right, man. And what do? When we all sit down to eat, we all pull out our phones. And this is how we communicate. Check this out, it's on Facebook. Somewhere we got lost in the translation. Somewhere we got lost in our way of thinking. Somewhere we got lost in our identity. And our kids are suffering because of it. We try to act like the outside world, but that doesn't match us right. You know, take for an example. I'll show you what natives, we're not fit for that stuff. Like take for an example, Viagra. They say Viagra, the women smile. But the men, they just kind of have that sad face. Because we know that we're at that point in our lives that we got to have help in that area. We got to have that, right? But it doesn't work on us native men. No, you take 4 Viagra's, the wrong thing to a stiff. You'll be walking around like this at the casino. If you take too much, it's on both legs, you'll be walking around like this. Doesn't match us, right? And it's crazy, man, because I grew up in the 80s. Anybody grew up in the 80s? Anybody remember the 80s? They say that if you remember the 80s, you didn't do it right. Man, what's going on over there, man? I can tell there's brothers over there. Come on, man, don't do that! Man, the 80s, man, you always had that one stoner bro in the 80s. Remember him? Dude, always laugh for no reason at all. He would always stand there and laugh like this. He would always cruise around like this, dude, remember that? Back in the 80s, we used to rewind our cassette tapes with a pen, remember that? We wanted to conserve on batteries, so man, like this, with a pen. And even older than that, remember that? We had record players. Man, that was cool when the needle hit the vinyl and you always heard this cool song, cool tune. I know some of you heard that song, automatically your hickey sprouted out, right? When the Navajos used to come to town to work the potato farms, right? Oh man, that's why they call it Frito-Lay. Man, that was a cool song though, man. When you played that old records from back then, when only those records would be playing. I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Then we get stuck, right? When. And you would kick it. I'm stuck in Folsom. Man, those were the days, those were the good old days when a spanking was a spanking, right? When you didn't have to go to jail for spanking your kids. Us kids, man, we might have got spanked, but we never shot nobody, right? That's why one side of my leg is still shorter than the other to this day. Look at this. Oh man, but you know, and you know what? The thing is we all face some sort of tragedies in our lives. We've all faced it. But the thing is you don't have to be stuck there. Oh man, that's the good news. You don't gotta be stuck. You don't gotta be stuck in those tragedies in your life. The reason why I say that is because each and every one of us are here for a reason. And in that one sense, they always say, "What the hell, God?" That means there's a ceremony going on, even though it's a comedy show, even though you might think that, man, I came there to laugh, but you also came there to heal. Because this is ancient. This is from way back when, not just Navajos, all of the tribes. We use humor in our ways. We use humor in our ceremonies. Somebody's always laughing outside, right? There's always like ladies giggling over there in the corner. You know, that's humor. That was a part of our life. That was a part of who we are. So in this modern day, they call it stand-up comedy. So you're here for a reason, and we're going to give you the inspirational side of comedy. We're going to tell you, man, that we came from tragedy too as well. My dad died in 1971, Vietnam era. He was a paratrooper in the U.S. Army, but he came back. Back in the 70s, you got to realize that there was a lot of opposition towards our soldiers when they came back from Vietnam, because there was a lot of protest about the war back then. But there was also a lot of them that didn't know what PTSD was. They had to deal with it a certain way. But I lost my dad to PTSD. But out of that tragedy, you know what? I don't want to stay stuck there. I could play the victim and say, "Oh man, it's because I'm like this, because that happened to me a long time ago. I have a right to be like this." No, you don't have to. You don't have to be. You can step beyond those boundaries and say that I will make better of myself because I got kids, because I got relatives, because I got my community, because I want to be better than what I was before. Not better than somebody else, better than what you were before. And it doesn't take much. Shake somebody's hand. Oh man, what do we do in Indian country, man? We shake somebody's hand after we get done. Shoot, that son of a gun still owes me money. Let's change our way of thinking, the way our elders are. My dad, my late dad, when he was in his teenage years, he used to work at a potato farm.